That's right. That's right.
Yeah, they were.
It's not going to change the fact that I do I mean, this is like a new
How are you? Doing well, thank
That's right. Good to see you.
Is that what you're set in these?
Scott, yes.
It is where their content is. I'm talking to you. It's just like they're saying. But the county has been. So wow. What do you
So I heard that Fayette County too far
Yeah, she was
What's your in-laws name?
C-O-L.
First name?
Faye.
I'm trying to think of how.
How you doing, sir? How are you? You don't torture. I gotta go back to So you didn't get it. That's one good thing about it. Small town. You know everybody, so you get so you tell
And when they was coming back, she called me. 30 minutes later, I said, just screenshot it.
I'm gonna read them. I'll read them. It's 6 o'clock. I'm calling the meeting to order. Before we do the invocation of our Deacon Mike Hightower, I would like to have a moment of silence for Mr. Hargrove and Professor Stopper-Ramos. I hope I said his name right.
UGA Professor Stephen Ramos.
Okay. So if we don't mind, just have a moment of silence for them. Thank you. Mr. Hightower. Deacon Hightower.
Dear Heavenly Father, I want to take this time out to tell you thank you, Lord. God, thank you for waking us this morning, God, and starting us on our way, Lord. Thank you for just getting us a use and activity our limb to go about our daily occupation, God. We pray that our families are well, and those who we just heard in distress or going through different trials and tribulations, we pray that you just comfort them, God, and just you be in the midst of whatever they're going through, Lord, God. And we ask you to be in the midst of our meeting tonight, God. You say, seek you first, the kingdom of God and your righteousness, and you add all things to us, God. We pray we do everything be done in decent and order tonight, God, with the betterment for the community and the county, God. We just want to tell you thank you, we love you, and we give you all the honor, glory, and praise. In my name of Jesus, we do pray. Amen.
Amen. We'll have the pledge of allegiance by a young Elijah Lango,
Baldwin High School football.
Baldwin High School football player.
I pledge allegiance to the
Flag
flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda will be approval of the minutes. I entertain a motion.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Any discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. Motion passes. The next item will be a presentation by Beverly London Hill, A Moment in Black History.
Good afternoon. Good to be before you again a year later. Hello, everyone. I'm gonna kind of turn to the side because I like to try to address everyone. So my name is Beverly Lundy Hill, and I'm the founder of Lineage Preservation Foundation, Inc., which my organization promotes Black history. I preserve, I research, and save, and educate Black history, especially for my home county of Hancock County and my home county of Baldwin County. Well, I come before you today. I'm the one that does the banners because I felt that several years ago, I felt that it was important that we find a way to have a fresh start to educate people on the significance of the people that came before us, that we stand on their shoulders. And that's why that banner project was started. Well, it has evolved and gotten a little larger, so that's why I'm here before you today. Well, I'm here to talk about the original 33. And it all started here in Baldwin County. Who are the original 33? Well, in 1865, when slaves were emancipated, the law, the 14th Amendment, came in order in 1866, where all men, no matter what race or color of their skin, could vote. In 1868, 33 black men in the state of Georgia was elected as representatives and senators. But why here, Baldwin County? Because the state capital was here in Baldwin County at that time, okay? And in 1868, it moved to Atlanta. Okay, but that's not the significance of it. The significance of it is that 2 men from Baldwin County, one was elected as the first black senator in the state of Georgia. His name was George Wallace. The second man was Peter O'Neill, and he was elected as a representative. In Hancock County, they had 2. That was William Harrison and Eli Barnes. So George Wallace, being the senator, he covered Baldwin County, Hancock County, and Sandersville. Well, when they took their position in 1868 in July and was sworn in, a bill was passed to have them expelled because of the color of their skin, and that they felt that no black man should be able to vote or to hold office. In September 1868, they expelled all 33 and locked the door behind them. Well, those men didn't give up, especially the ones here in Baldwin and Millersville, Baldwin County and Hancock. They held rallies, they fought, but unfortunately, in 1868, the Ku Klux Klan were formed in December of that year, and they were very violent. And they were so violent, they went around the whole state of Georgia fighting and trying to prevent black men from voting again. So these men would not, if the law was passed, they would not come back into office, the intimidation. And some of these 33 lost their lives. They were murdered during this time. Well, in 1869, they had to go before the Congress to tell of the horrors of the Ku Klux Klan and to argue their points of why they should not have been expelled. And in the end of 1869, the Constitution said that it was not right, and they upheld the 14th Amendment, and they reinstated them. On 1870, January the 18th, 1870, they reinstated them, and they went back in office, and they served their term. But after that point, Jim Crow laws came in, and no more blacks were elected in position until 1962. So, the reason why I come before you is I am a historian, and Representative Carl W. Gilliard of Savannah 2 years ago. Now, I worked for Secretary of State, and every day I would walk by this monument behind the state capitol, not knowing what it was, until one day a state representative from North Georgia asked me, "Do you know what that is?" And I'm like, "No." And he said, "Well, you need to go look it up." And when I looked it up, that's when I found out my county was involved in this. But it's behind the capitol, so nobody knows about it. So this man, Mr. Gilliard, Carl Gilliard, 2 years ago started the passage of HB 03, the original 33 Memorial Act, and he won that bill. So now the law has been passed, and they're about to put a monument inside the state capitol to honor these 33 men. But he found out that I was a researcher on that project, and he asked me to be a part of this memorial and everything. And once he saw the banners, he went to the governor, who was my ex-supervisor, and the governor said, have her do the 33 banners, and we will hang them in the rotunda. So on February the 25th, 2026, we will have the memorial exhibit. And 33 banners of these 33 black men will hang that I produced, because we didn't really have pictures of them, but that's another talent I got. And these are some of them, and you can look at them. But anyway, they will be hanging in the rotunda of the Capitol, and I will be representing Baldwin County and Hancock County in this. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hill.
Mr. Chairman, could I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Will they hang in the rotunda just for February, or
No,
Stay
it'll
there.
be there for a while. Well, I forgot one part, placards. So because the 33 men were from 33 counties, that's the second part. Once we place the monument, which is being designed now, the placards will come to the county. So I will be coming back before you all because you all get a placard. Hancock County and Sandersville gets one also, so.
so the flags will go up every February?
Well,
You
I
think?
don't know how they're gonna handle it after this term, but because of this event and being that this is the first time, it's very historical.
Yep.
It definitely will be, it's a public event, meaning you can come and be a part of it with us once they go up.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, no problem. The next will be administrative item, but before we start, Barry, Mr. Haver, I see you signed up to speak, but you didn't put down what item you want to speak on. Can you tell me? So I can make sure I, call you anytime. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm here, want to know about transportation for track.
What? No, it's a non-agenda item. Well, you're on the agenda item, so you want it to be on the non-agenda.
I wanted to be on both because I saw something where it said that, it was something right
Yeah,
here about,
only thing I need to know which one you want to be on the non-agenda, the agenda item, which item do you want to be on?
won't be on both.
Yeah,
I
what?
was concerned about this recreation board or something.
Okay, so you want to be on item 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. The next one will be the employee handbook, resolution R 2026-09, approve revised employee handbook, county manager.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, we had a work session. I think we ironed out all the issues that we've been discussing regarding the employee handbook over the last several months. So it's time for you to vote.
Entertain a motion.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
I second the motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass, unanimous. The next item will be Parks and Recreation, resolution R 2026-10, adopt the revisions to the park and recreation policies and procedure. County manager.
All right, as you know, we've had probably dozens of discussions already regarding the recreation policies, so this is the final version, and it's ready for your vote.
You may come up to the podium now, Mr. Haver, and speak. We have a guy ready to speak on that item.
Yes, I was just trying to, Barry Hayden, do I need to do all?
Yes, sir.
Barry Hayden, 501 East Walton Street. I just want to know about this, procedure and policy, what was really going on, because I know I came to one meeting and I hadn't heard nothing else, and I just wanted to make sure, because I'm a part of that with this recreation track, and I just wanted to make sure it was nothing that was against, track, or I don't know, I was just trying to find out what was going on with it.
Okay, if you get with the county manager and give him your email address, I'm sure you can email him a copy of the policy. Can you, Carlos?
Yeah.
Okay. But before you leave, get with him and give him your email address, and he'll get you a copy of the policy.
All right, sound good, thank you.
Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing no discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. The next item will be the VOCA Solicitor General, Resolution R 2026-11, accept and victims of crime assistance grant of the Solicitor General. County Manager.
Okay. This was an area that I was not very familiar with a couple of months ago. And as we are learning more and more, just have more and more questions. In the budget, it looked like there weren't enough expenditures reflected in the operating budget for the solicitor's office. The add-on fees for 2025 were, let's see, the total for the grant plus the add-on fees for 2025 was $128,571.99. We're showing expenditures of $160,000. So the general fund is subsidizing the local assistance victims program by $31,428.01. Learning that our solicitor's office is the only one in this judicial circuit that has a local victim assistance program. Actually, there are only, I think, 15, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 counties out of 159 who have solicitors who offer local victim assistance programs. As you know, last week or 2 weeks ago, you made a difficult decision to no longer be the fiscal agent for the Workforce Development Grant. And so I think it's important for you to learn more about this program. We're looking at everything in the county as far as how we can reduce expenses, how we can increase revenues. This grant here, my recommendation is that you accept it for this year because it's effective October 1st of 2025. But it's certainly, this program is certainly something that, considering our financial situation, might be something that you might want to consider during the summer, whether you want to continue doing it October 1st of 2026 and beyond.
Motion, we approve the grant.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is VOCA District Attorney, Resolution R 2026-12, accept and victim of a crime assistance grant for the District Attorney. County Manager.
A similar situation, I think is effective the October 1st of last year. In this judicial circuit, all the counties have district attorney local victim assistance programs. The fines are assessed in Superior Court. So again, I would recommend that you approve this grant. If you have any questions, Wright Barksdale is here.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next item on the agenda will be Sheriff's Office Training Center, Resolution R 2026-13. Authorize the purchase of 14.514 acres in the land lot 238 in the First Land District in the 319 GMD for the use of training facility for the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office. County Manager.
The Development Authority of Millersville-Baldwin County owns 426 acres it's called the Industrial Park, and there's 14.514 acres that is recommended that you purchase. It is roughly, can you move it on the screen? This section right here is where the 14 acres are, and that would be the future training site for the Sheriff's Office.
And it is located out on Highway 22?
Yes, sir.
It's like
Yes, sir.
past the airplane place where they make the airplanes at? It just
Across across the street.
Across the street. Right there where it says Joanne Jones Way.
Okay.
It's right there, I think.
Carlos, are we purchasing this, or is there a land swap involved in this?
It's a purchase, and I have to defer to the county attorney as to why you have to do it this way.
Okay.
Okay, before we make a motion, we have two, people on that item to speak, so Ms. Humphrey. Ms. Humphrey.
Mr. Chairman?
We need to see what the attorney gonna say.
Okay.
What's the question?
Well, why do we have to purchase this?
Oh,
I was under the impression there was a land swap with the Development Authority of some sort.
the information that Mr. Tobar and Mr. Jackson sent over is, it was gonna be a straight-up purchase
Okay.
from the county. County purchasing from the Development Authority.
And do we have the purchase price, what we purchasing it for?
Yeah, we do.
Can you give us
It's
that?
$15,090.50.
15,000.
Mhm.
Okay.
And what fund would that come out of? Would that come out of the splash fund or the general fund? The splash? Okay. Anybody have any more questions for Carlos? Okay. Now it's your turn, Ms. Humphries.
Okay, my problem with this is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the county owned the property across from the store that we had already developed years ago. Is that not correct? In the industrial park?
The Daniels site is what she's referring to.
Talking about right across from the jet out there on
Yes.
22?
Please.
Yeah.
So why did the county do work on it years ago? They developed it. The county went out there and cleared the land and,
It was development department money that cleared the land.
I just remember back when we were doing the Sibley
We
Smith
gave the
thing,
money
we
to
talked
the
about all
development
this.
authority to do
that.
And y'all talked about all the money that was spent out there. And I don't understand why, if the county owns something, why we're buying more land. That's my thing with it.
Well-
Because I was under the impression that the county owned that property.
We don't own it, the development authority owns it, but county attorney, you have to help me. I mean, there's a process that we have to, the development authority can't give it to us. We have to buy it from them. Is that not correct?
Yeah, so Development Authority can't give property away. They've gotta receive, I think the term is substantial value.
This is where the old gun range was. It's
Yeah, I mean, I emailed Carlos as soon as I saw the agenda because I was questioning, because again, I thought the county owned that because the county developed it all those years ago, and we've talked about it in meetings for years. And I just didn't understand that the developmental authority owned it, so I don't understand why the county did the work on it. Again, that's more money, we want to save money, we're just spending more money.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Desiree Liggett.
So good to see you in that chair. So good to see you. And it is a wonderful month, Black History Month. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, you answered my first question, is how much it was going to cost. And then my second question is where it was coming from, what color of money. This I brought up when I first started addressing the board, when Craig and Westmoreland was still here. And I was told that there was no different color of money. For those people that don't understand what I'm saying, I was a logistics person in the Army. And I had lines of accounting, so you said it was coming out of SPLOS funding?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is that not still frozen? Because per the website, on the 26th of November, I thought T-SPLOS and SPLOS funding were frozen and no more expenditures could come out of that account.
That's partially true, but a lot of things that we already had, talked about, it did. So I want to make sure we continue doing those. That was one of the items that we had already discussed about that.
So we're continuing to spend money. We accrued a deficit that we owed the city. Just don't understand when the money's going to stop. We don't have a never endless pot of money. I understand that we want to grow, but we also have to look at the long-term effects that when we spend money and we invest. So this is going to cause cost. Who's going to turn the lights on to do this project? Where's all this money? I mean, there's additional costs once you purchase and build things. Electricity, who's going to man it? Who's going to maintenance it? just a lot of concerns as a taxpayer, and I hope that y'all can stop spending money where it's not needed. Thank you.
Thank you. I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed unanimously. Next item on the agenda be the right of entry agreement, Resolution R 2026-14, authorize the extension of the right of entry agreement with the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia on behalf of Georgia College and State University, leasing communication equipment space on the county-owned tower on Highway 49. County Manager.
It's a county-owned tower on GCSU property. So this gives you, gives actually Motorola the ability to go and make some repairs to the radio tower. It's only through the end of June, I believe, or July, 31st of this year. GCSU is working on a longer-term intergovernmental agreement. But this is for Motorola to get in there and do their work.
Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed unanimously. 8th item on the agenda will be the performance review, Resolution R 2026-15. Acknowledge the 2025 performance review and committed to correction action.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we table this resolution for tonight.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Hold on a second. Sorry, Mr. Chairman. I think it's fair to at least make some sort of statement to the public about the purpose of this. When this resolution, when I read it, I'm not ready to call it done with this resolution. A lot of what's in the resolution, I totally agree with, but we have a lot more to discuss and figure out. And, it's for those reasons I support tabling it. It has nothing to do with the fact that we're not going to take action to fix these issues or anything like that. It is solely the fact that, in my opinion, I want to reserve the right to do a lot more on this.
Thank you.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. Next item on the agenda will be the golf course construction contract.
All right.
I don't see any resolution beside it, so I'm just saying accept the bid for the golf course construction and authorize county attorney to prepare a contract. County Manager.
Yeah, and that's to accept the low bid. So we received the bid from, let's see, what are these people called? Kings Villages Landscaping, Inc. Their bid was $1,997,100. The low bidder was Kilpatrick's Turf, $1,550,320. That's the recommendation, is to accept the low bid.
We have 3 people on the agenda to speak on this item. Mr. Memphis Newman, I think that's what it says.
Apparently my handwriting is, first off, my name is Matthias Newman.
How you
Yacht
pronounce that?
Club Road.
Matthias.
Matias, sorry about that.
Matthias Newman, Yacht Club Road. Apparently my handwriting is worse than I thought. I actually wanted to speak on what we were just talking about, the resolution, or the performance review. Since you all have tabled it, I kind of wonder whether it's appropriate for me to speak about it at this point or not. Whatever works for you is fine by me. But the last time I came up here and spoke, it's kind of like going to church, ask and you shall receive, because the first time I was up here was the last time I was up here last year. I asked for the performance review to be made public, and I thank you for making the performance review public. If I was a baseball player, I'd have some pretty good odds here. But what I wanted to discuss is, or mention is, much to my wife's dismay, the first Monday of every month, for the last 6 months, I've attended every 9 a.m. Tax Assessors Board Commissioner meeting. For everyone who's interested in learning more about the Baldwin County Tax Digest process, it's a lot easier to wolf down breakfast to attend a morning meeting than to skip dinner to attend these meetings. Yesterday morning was the first meeting where I wasn't the only individual attending these monthly tax assessor meetings by myself. I was happy to be joined by Mr. Hobbs and Chairman Butts, and was kind of disappointed that many of the other Baldwin County employees that were involved were not also in attendance. Given what I've witnessed, I think it would be particularly helpful in the future if Mr. Tobar and Ms. Kathleen Settles would also attend future 9 a.m. meetings. I suspect everyone here would prefer to pay less property taxes, but property taxes are the fuel that pays for all the county programs. It's the engine. It's the fuel for the engine. So I don't often like to ask questions that I don't know the answers to, but out of curiosity, could I see a raise of hands of everyone here that, has filed an appeal for their properties? I mean, most folks at one point or another had an occasion to file an appeal for their property. So let's hold on to that thought. Okay, the tax digest process is complicated, and there's a lot of moving parts. So I need to keep it simple, and I want to simply focus on the cornerstone issues of the performance review that seem to be very misunderstood, which is the repeated focus on the statutory June 15th due date for the tax digest. Obviously, the tax commissioner wants to collect the taxes as soon as possible. However, everyone needs to stay between the guidelines as far as Georgia state law. Yes, the applicable Georgia state statute first paragraph specifies a July 15th due date. What I don't understand is how the county tax commissioner, Kathy Settles.
Thank you, Mr. Newman.
Oh, I was just getting the good part.
The next speaker will be Ms. Desiree Liggett.
I'm not even gonna lie, I am not for it. I'm Desiree Liggins, Bo, it's good to see you. Again, $1,970,700. How can you even think about that? Even consider it? You just spent $138,000 on a track man. How is that gonna improve our roads? How is that gonna clean up these crappy yards, empty lots, dilapidated buildings? How is that gonna improve the feral cats that are running ravish through this county? How is that gonna improve anything that is currently standing or needs attention in this county? I thought T-Splosh was frozen, but I guess we're just gonna keep pushing. Obviously, we know whose district's pushing this. I don't even have to point it out. But I hope that you will not vote yes on this, and I do not understand how you guys are spending this kind of money on a golf course when you can't even provide affordable housing for our people in Baldwin County. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Thank you, Ms. Liggett. Maurice Liggett.
Good evening, everybody. Maurice Liggins, 127 Sydney Bus Road. If, and you probably will, if you do approve this construction contract, I have some concerns. One, who's gonna monitor the contractor? We went through this with them roads to make sure that the people get what the people gonna pay for. We pay for this, the citizens of Baldwin County. So I expect boots on the ground with the contractor. There should be no issues if we're gonna pay over $1 million to make this golf course pristine. My second part, as I mentioned the last time I was here, have we contacted the school board? Have we contacted the city? Have we contacted GMC Trust, the board at GMC? Have we contacted anybody else that's gonna make good use out of this golf course to see if they wanna contribute at least to the cut grass fund, the water fund, if they gonna help the people out. And what I mean by that is, let's say the people that have no interest in using that golf course, that's not their thing, but we're still obligated to pay for it because it's coming out of county funds. So let's get some partners involved to help. If they can put $20 beside towards cutting the grass, that's a win for us. If they can put $100 toward the water bill every month, that's a win for us. That's less money we gotta pay to make this golf course beautiful. I know you want it, it's fine, but think about the maintenance part to this. We gotta hire the employees. There's gonna be a restaurant out there. If we're gonna let the school hold their golf courses out there, their golf tournaments out there, if we're gonna let Georgia College hold their golf courses out there, if GMC is gonna use it, that's fine. But let's partner with them so they can take some money out of their tax pockets and throw into this thing, and we all come together, and the city too. And we all come together as a collaborative community to make this golf course beautiful instead of just putting it on the backs of some people that don't even know what golf is. Thank you.
Let's conclude. Everybody that wanted to speak on that item, I entertain a motion.
So move.
A second motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Next item will be old business.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, if I may. Mr. Carlos, I've gotten complaints from several restaurants that when they come and dump the Dempsey dumpsters or the trash bins, whatever the proper name is, that they're leaving the gates open, and that's causing the restaurants to lose 10 points when the health department come through. So if they have a 98 and that gate is open from where the trash people had left, it drops down to 89 or whatever. So if you could ask them to please close those gates back at all the restaurants that have those
Where you need the front end loader to dump it?
right, they have some of them have like a box around it, like a privacy fence type looking thing that they have to open to dump it. So if they would close that to keep the restaurants from losing 10 points on the health department.
Yeah, that'll be 3 vendors I'll need to contact.
Okay,
There are 3 vendors who do that service here in the county and the city.
And I have, I think Commissioner Davis spoke about this last meeting about, Mr. Larry Morgan, about, the mud is running in the driveway from the work they did out there. Can you give us an update on that, or where we at standing on that?
Which address?
With Mr., and Emily might be able to help me, more with this, Larry Morgan, I don't know the address. It's off of Lake Laurel, yes, it's off of
it's on
Lake
Lake
Laurel.
Laurel Road. And I have called in another work order about all of Lake Laurel Road, because I've had to go out that way lately for some things. And, I told you about that, the hole where they went and repaved the road. It's a lot of places in front of people's houses that's muddy. And when it rains, that mud is gonna run. They need to go back and fix that. This is the 3rd time with Commissioner Butts. I mean, that shouldn't be. And also, we've gotten calls from someone out on, Mr. Snow, his area. That has not been taken care of yet either. Mr. Strickland, that's your district.
I
And he
emailed,
said you won't call him back, so he's been calling me. I think he also reached out to Commissioner Hall.
he calls me about 50 times a week. I
But that's okay, he's
I
your
emailed,
constituent.
I
I mean, that's
emailed,
what we signed up for.
I
Yeah.
emailed Carlos about those issues today.
Yeah, one of those issues we don't control, that's the sheriff's office controls that, and we've notified the sheriff's office.
Okay, well, you follow back up with them to make sure they take care of that particular issue especially.
Is there any more old business? Hearing none, I'll move on to new business.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. It's my understanding, Carlos, that our curbside trash contract ends in July, is that correct?
I think it's July or August. Yeah.
Just as a sort of getting out in front of it, if we plan to put that out to bid, it might be a good idea for any service that we bid and maybe win it. If it's not waste management, then they would need time to prepare to take over the county. So I didn't know if we should consider
It's-
putting that bid process out there. Get it
It's
started.
flashing red on my to-do list.
Okay.
Means it's overdue.
No problem.
So
I know we got a lot going on. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something that snuck up on us.
when could we expect that that would be put out to bid?
Hopefully no later than the middle of next week.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
A couple of things. I would like to make a note that February the 7th, which is Saturday, is National Black HIV and AIDS Day. And the second thing, I would like to, our AARP president is here, Miss Barbara Jackson Van, and she doesn't visit us too often, but it's always nice to have her in the crowd. I called you Spiffy last night, and couldn't say, Emily, what you mean by Spiffy? I said, just look at her. She's always duded up, you know? Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Is there any more new business?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The board has spoken about this over the past several months, but the property that the county owns on Linda Drive, I'd like to see if we can get consensus on putting an RFP out to see if someone can offer us something on that piece.
I'm against that, Mr. Chairman.
I'm also up against it, and that is one or two properties that we have on off our digest that I would be seriously have to look at it before I agree to something like that. So I would be against that due to the interest of that property.
I don't really think what you said was clear enough. I mean, we're not talking about selling this property.
It was a request for a proposal, I'm sorry.
Request for a proposal to do what?
I understand there's some interest in doing something with it. We could probably lease that land.
Well, we've already had a proposal, if you recall, and that was rejected by that community over there.
I don't remember.
I've not seen a proposal.
I haven't.
I haven't seen a proposal, and I don't remember anything
Well,
about
it was
the
a,
committee
it was,
rejecting
it was verbal.
It was an
brought up.
inquiry about that property,
Yeah.
and there's some things going on with that property that I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I wouldn't feel comfortable voting for that.
I'm good with the proposal to have a look.
I think you gotta be clearer about what you're talking about.
Please. Right, and you asked that question, but he didn't answer it.
I mean, a proposal to do what? I mean,
For landfill.
no, not a landfill, a transfer station.
Transfer
Okay.
station,
That's what we're talking about, right?
right.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know
have a
what y'all
problem
talking
getting a
about.
proposal for it, but we need to be clear about what we're
That's
doing.
what I'm talking about. I don't have no idea what y'all talking about.
Well, I
so.
mean,
It could be a proposal for anything.
it could be a proposal for anything, so.
You have a
I ain't
vacant
voting
building
on
out
that.
there too.
Huh?
You have a vacant building and vacant land around the vacant building.
If you want to narrow it down, that's fine.
I mean, I have no problem with if we ask for an RFP on building a transfer station. I have no problem with them, but I can't vote on something that I don't know what I'm voting on. I can't just,
And I have no problem voting yes if you put the stipulation in there that it would not, that you could not put a transfer station over there. I would be able to do that. And we have did that with property before.
The thing about it is, when you put out a proposal, request for proposal, they send you a proposal, you can always reject it. You don't have to accept it. You can see what they have to offer, and it may or may not be something you favor. But I can't, in good conscience, just say, I'm gonna vote for a proposal to do something. I mean, I need to be more specific.
Would you be supportive of a request for proposal for a transfer station?
Yes.
And what about the vacant building and the land adjacent to that?
Well,
Would you be
who
a-
wants it? Somebody want it?
It could
We're
be
not
some
selling
interest.
it.
No, to rent it.
To rent it, included with it, right? Included with the land piece?
Is that the same
Yeah,
group?
it could be, you have a request for proposal for the building and the land around it. That could be one proposal. and you can have a proposal for a transfer
The
station.
building and the land around
It's
it.
all on the same
I'm only doing
land.
the transfer station at this point.
Mr. Chairman, may I?
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. You
I
go.
would like to, put out a request for a proposal for the old landfill for a transfer station.
You have my consensus on that. I'll be okay with that.
I don't have a problem with that.
There it is. We got 3 people then.
We can do both. I'm not sure you can even put a transfer station on that old property because you're under certain EPA guidelines that it has to be monitored for 30 years, so we're
But
still
that's
about
something we
20
can-
years left.
Question we can ask.
Sure.
Can you get us that answer?
Yeah.
Is it possible to put a transfer station out there, Carlos?
We did get the answer that you could.
You could?
Okay.
Okay.
Again, it's only a request for a proposal.
So
That don't guarantee anything.
based on what I'm hearing, I think we got a consensus. We got 3-3 consensus on doing both. Did I hear the board correctly?
I believe you did.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think we need to actually take a vote, don't you?
Do we have to vote
you
on?
guys gotta
Sometimes
tell
we
me
don't.
what to
Now,
do.
You made a
make a-
motion, he seconded it. I think you got
I'll-
what
hold
did
on.
you say?
No, we didn't make a motion.
I don't think there was a motion.
You asked
I'll
for
make a
consensus.
motion that we put an RFP out for the property on Linda Drive to consider a transfer station.
Second.
Just direct me to do it.
Everybody finished with discussion?
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
No?
No. Now we have a second motion.
Right.
I'll second your motion. You okay, Mr. Denuza?
Yes, sir, I'm ready now.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Well, what was the motion?
You need to make your
To
motion.
put an RFP out for the old landfill for a purpose of a transfer station.
Off of Union Church Hill
All
Road.
right.
And you stated previously that you was okay with that. Hopefully you.
I didn't say I was gonna second it, but I said I was okay.
No, I seconded it.
It's already been second.
All right.
Motion and second.
So we have a motion been properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. All opposed?
Aye.
Aye. The motion passed unanimously. Did you get that, Mr.
You
Denuza?
did.
So we were, the only no was Mr. Strickland?
No,
No, he
he
voted
said,
yes.
he voted yes.
No, he voted no
No, I
on the
didn't.
second one.
I
I'm
vote-
talking about on the second.
On the second one, I voted no.
Okay,
People landfill.
stand corrected. I thought you said yes.
4 ayes, Mr. Strickland, the only no, is that correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Do anyone have any more new business? Well, moving on to the county manager report. Carlos Tobar.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce Jason Kidd, Water and Sewer Superintendent. He's gonna come and give you an update on how we fared during the storm.
How's everybody doing?
Fine, how are you, Mr. Kidd?
Now, I'm nervous being up here looking at y'all like this.
That's hard to believe.
Water system held up pretty well. We did drop our tanks a lot lower, everybody leaving their water dripping and everything. We had several customers, had breaks. We tried to help, went out and maintained the water system to swap water around, going different ways where tanks were getting lower in other areas. We helped the city, and they're working very diligently trying to fix Central State. So we're doing pretty well. But I want to answer some things that were, you know how social media is. And talking about fire hydrants and stuff is kind of there right now. People are putting on social media about fire hydrants being left open. Some of these hydrants are left open with hydrant meters on them because they're dead end lines. Like out at the Sam, out there near you, Jeff Hall. Out at the end of 212, they're dead end lines. We want water to keep moving, so we have water quality, better water. There were some questions about 441 South. Down there were Midway schools. We almost had to close the school. We had a water main break. We fixed it live. We got everything fixed. We had to open 3 hydrants, leave them running to get the air out of line. So just want y'all to be aware in case y'all get questioned what's going on. They were left open. They're closed now. Some of the main lines are still open for water quality. Do y'all have any questions?
Only question I have, Jason, this is just for curiosity. How many water towers do we have throughout Baldwin County? And what is the?
Oh, throughout, I don't know how throughout Baldwin County, I know how many.
Well, for the county, that the county is responsible for.
We have 13,
13, and what
counting
is
the
the
ground
water
storage
capacity?
tanks.
What is the water capacity of all 13?
Well, you got 2 million gallon tanks, you got 2 of them, and then you got a 750. So I think we got about 4.5 million gallons up in there.
Okay, and when they do that, that's just like reserve water on hand, just in case we can't get water, so we have it. That's the reason of the water
It's
tower.
for fire protection and everything else, but that's also a curse for water quality.
So we
If
have
people ain't using water, it
Right.
just sits there.
So we have about 4 million capacity, and we pull about.
Well, there's a lot more than that in lines. You gotta think about the lines we have
Okay.
too. We have 700 and something miles of water line. So we probably have 21 million gallons in the system.
21 million gallon with a capacity of, we use about 3 million gallons of water a day for.
During the
Baldwin County?
summertime, we use about 3.8. Right now, we're using about 1.9, close to 2.
So we at least have a capacity to go about 7 days, 7, 8 days with water off of our water tower.
We're very
I was
fortunate.
just curious of that. It's good to know that.
We're very fortunate. That's how we were able to stay with water that year.
Gotcha.
Other cities and counties lost water.
I have a question. I know we had to help the city with a break at the prison. What else did they have out at Central State? Did they have any more?
I talked to
breaks?
Rob Haddon. He said that they had several leaks that happened during the winter storm, the cold weather. And isolated areas like cutting through Bertram Forest, they have a water line running through there. I think it broke in 2 places, and then somewhere in the old part of Central State back in there, in which all the infrastructure is old, y'all know that. So it pops and breaks, and so they worked last night, Kevin Veal and them worked really hard to get it back together. We're still feeding 441 South, the forestry and a couple of other businesses right there. But other than that, they're working hard to fix their problems.
So in that old part of Central State, when the water line breaks, that water is not off because the buildings are not being used? How does, I don't know.
Well, it's so sporadic. You know how they are. They got empty buildings, and they got somebody in this building. You got somebody in.
I got
So
you.
the water lines are their own.
Okay.
And do we get all our water from Sinclair Water Authority?
No, sir. We
Okay.
it's about even.
About even.
The south side we get from the city.
So some water towers are filled by Sinclair Water Authority and some are
Everything
filled by.
from Swin Avenue on the south side to Scottsboro to Coopers to JF Hall, all that we go that way with the city, and everything else is filled from Sinclair Water.
Thank you.
Just to point out, in our service delivery agreement with the city, we had to buy a certain amount from the city, and then the rest of it comes from Sinclair Water. Also, I'd like to compliment our water department. Jason does a really good job.
It ain't me,
It
it's my
doesn't matter-
guys.
It's Jason and his crew, but I mean, it doesn't matter what time that water line breaks, they're gonna get out there and fix it. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, they're gonna get out there and fix it, and we appreciate that.
Well,
And
thank
if you
you.
call him at midnight,
I'll answer the phone
because
if
the water
I.
is all over the place at Georgia College, he'll answer the phone, and he said, I called the city right now for you, Ms. Davis. Thank you, Jason.
And I do want to, I'd intended to echo what Mr. Hall said, he beat me to it. A big hand of gratitude to you and your team and how hard y'all work. And I really love that you guys are willing to jump in with the city when the city needs help. It ain't about county city, it's just about Millersville, Baldwin County. We're all the same. And I appreciate you and your team's willingness to just jump in where it's needed. To clarify, JF Hall Road, 212,
There's several others. We got flow meters out there that, in certain areas that people live on dead end roads, and we don't have them in every dead end road, but we have them in the main lines to where they'll flush the system, keep water moving so it does not sit stagnant.
is that because the line just ends and it's got
Like
no?
212, it ends right
Okay.
there at the bridge, right there at the lake. So you flush it so to keep water moving, so the residents right there toward the end won't have bottled water. The water's still good.
Okay,
For water quality is why we do this.
yeah. And that's metered, so the county is tracking all of that.
Keep up with it. Other than, I estimate, which I'm pretty good at estimating water, like we did out there on 441, to make sure we get the air out of lines.
Yeah.
We test that water regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 30 sample sites every month, and then in the state, we require for TTHMs and HIA5s, we test twice a month.
And I think we did a filter project. How's that project going? The filter
That filter
project?
project's over.
Okay. So it's working very well, doing good.
It was just a summary of what we need to do
Okay.
for water quality, so
Okay.
we're going back to Sinclair Water to try to get some things resolved there.
Okay.
I know a guy.
You know, down-
I know a guy.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, so you have this report from Management Analyst Charles Trumbo. A lot of that is focused on the water park, a lot of administrative matters there, so you can review that, ask me or Mr. Trumbo any questions. Want to give you an update on some of these projects for Baldwin County. The young lady over there from AARP, I think the last time I saw her was at the Collins P. Lee Community Center. And look forward to seeing you when it's the Collins P. Lee Memorial Library. So the design is at 80% now. I wish I could unveil the plans for you, but the Twin Lakes Library Board has to review the plans first before anybody else can see it. They have to approve the release of those design plans, but it's pretty exciting. Hopefully next meeting I can present it. And right after that, it should be going out to bid for construction. The community garden at 311 Linda Drive that the UGA Extension 4-H is building is still going. You can contact Brittany Harrison if you want to volunteer. The galvanized water line inventory, that continues. The Villamar lift station repairs, Jason is still here. Carter and Sloop is preparing a bid package so that lift station can be repaired. The SCADA is on hold. The Smith Sibley extension, we're waiting on the environmental on that one. The sewer line for the CDBG, construction is underway. As you've probably seen all the one-lane diversions over there on Vincent Highway. Sewer line demolition for the homes is going to happen this month. Habitat will start construction on the new homes this winter, and the sewer design is in final design right now. 2026, the target area has been selected, the budget's been prepared, 2 homes have been assessed, and we're gonna have to hustle to get that one done. We got 6 weeks to go. Road resurfacing, we still got some punch list items. Some of the triple surface treated roads, City Butts and Colby Road, they have to make some repairs on that. The road entrance into Smith Sibley, I have one more task to do for that one, and you should hopefully get a contract to approve at the next meeting. The Oconee Heights streetscape, the environmental work has begun and continues. We expect that environmental work to be done middle of next month. Roberts Road Bridge, they should be drilling the pilings this week. And we should be getting something on the environmental assessments for the terminal apron expansion and the lower ramp expansion any day now. The golf course improvements, everything is going very well with that. The metal building for the Harrisburg Community Center, so this is going to be next to the Collins P. Lee Memorial Library. This is a new community center. They should be coming out in the next couple of weeks to install that. The CHIP grant, we'll skip this, some of these other items on the housing. We did have the 2026 Rural Housing Initiative Grant site visit last Thursday. It went very well. And we're going to find out about this budget, hopefully after this meeting, to see if the congressionally directed spending request was kept in the budget. District-based land use codes, we all need to get, all of us need to get on that and finish what we started there, and either up or down on whether we're going to have the zoning. And for code enforcement, April 8th is the court date. So the folks are going to be getting their citations and going to court April 8th.
Do anybody? Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Toba, could you ask him to make this a little bit larger?
Yeah, I can,
Scott couldn't see.
Yeah, they teach him your ways, Obi-Wan.
yeah, I can print. Now, that was on me, not Charles. I can print those out in larger font.
We can blame it on CT if you want.
No, that's me.
All right.
Okay.
I'll print them out before you go home today.
Any more questions for Carlos? We're moving to the next item on the agenda would be one of my favorite subjects on the agenda, public comment period speaking. Ms. Tina Benny.
Good evening, Commissioners. Tina Bainey, 160 Pine Drive, Milledgeville. You know, politicians love to throw around buzzwords, and, wow, too many for me to talk about tonight. But the one I want to discuss is transparency. And first of all, I would like to commend this commission and these commissioners because I believe in the last year we have come a long way with transparency. Not perfect by a long shot, but we're definitely doing better. I had an issue recently where I didn't think the board was very transparent. I did send an email with some questions. I want to thank Commissioner Little, Commissioner Strickland for at least responding to my email, and especially Commissioner Hall, because he understood the point I was making, that it was not the cost, it was the transparency that upset me. So thank you for that. Communication is vital. And, you know, you guys are elected to handle the business of our county. And we give you our tax money, not willingly, but we give it to you. And hopefully that you're going to spend it wisely. One of the things that I think really helped us with communication is finally getting the meeting streamed. And Commissioner Butts, we still appreciate you so much because you were instrumental in it. We had been fighting for years, and the night that you mentioned that you'd like to have it so your mother could see you, one of the former commissioners, I always said, if he could have shot laser beams out of his eyes, he would have. But thank you for that. But another part of the communication is social media. Social media gives, because I don't know now on the, excuse me for changing, but on the meetings, I know that citizens can make comments during the meetings, and I don't know if any of you go back and look at those comments. So it's not exactly interactive, but it does give citizens a chance to comment on something as it's happening without having to come and sit here at a meeting. Social media is a way that, you know, we have a fairly good person doing the postings on the commissioner page, keeps it a lot of good information, and it gives citizens, again, an opportunity to comment. True, some comments are very positive, some are very negative. But as commissioners, you should hear both.
Thank you, Ms. Benny. Next will be Ms. Sue Hopper Marshall. Susie.
Pretty skirt. It's a pretty skirt.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Susie Hopper Marshall. I live at 196 Fraser Drive, Milledgeville, Georgia. I am a Baldwin County native. I am the president of the NAACP Redress, and I would like for this to go on recorded for the board, please. I received a letter today, an email, and a text, and I wanted to go on record. Please, no Black History presentation tomorrow meeting. The lady has gone on for 45 minutes, so each of the last years. It is tolerated. I'm a explanation point, tolerated. They don't like it, tormented, however you want to put it. It should be done at the Allen Market or at the BOC meeting that is open to the public. I got a lot to say, but I won't say it. I will let my president of the NAWCP come up here and address what I have just read. And I want y'all to know that NAWCP is well knowledge. Even though we don't get knowledge in this room, we are well knowledge in Baldwin County, Milledgeville. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall. The next will be Ms. Cynthia W. Edwards.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Commissioners, Chair. What a terrible way to start Black History Month. The email that was just read and hopefully recorded that was sent to us today from, evidently it had to come from the commissioners or someone on the board. Milledgeville, Baldwin County has worked so hard for unity. Our community has worked together with the school system, the colleges that we have, organizations, faith-based ministry to bridge a gap and show how we are better together. But when the community hears this type of rhetoric coming from someone who is supposed to lead with character and compassion without being biased, it's disturbing. 45 minutes of supposed torture does not compare to 400 years of oppression.
Say that now.
And here we are in 2026, still trying to silence and erase our Black history. I'm not a part of the process of what goes on and how you make your decisions on your board, but to be fair, everyone that speaks and presents should be treated equal and have equal time, but not erased. Mr. Chair, NAACP would like to meet so that there is a better clarification of the feelings concerning the text written about Black history and why it would be perceived as being a torture to listen to. In my closing words of Winston Churchill, those that don't learn from history will only doomed to repeat it. Let's treat everybody fair.
Thank you, Ms. Edwards. Next on the agenda will be Ms. Desiree Liggins.
Oh, amen, here it comes. The only person I do not see in this room is Miss Dawn, and I pray every day that she was the whistleblower. I pray. On the 26th of November, a bird told me is when you guys put her on administrative leave, and I asked where Miss Dawn was at. And I can't understand why there's a gentleman still sitting at this table or in this room when he has asked people that to play basketball somewhere else or rent the court, to blow bubbles, or instead of releasing balloons as a cancer survivor, to 1% of the population, why he has to translate the handbook. He misleaded the people in District 1 and 2, telling them they had first bid on Fraserwood condos, townhouses, and that nobody was going to tell him how to run his county. Again, he is the manager. Why is he still sitting here? Y'all voted to keep him. Y'all were wrong. You were wrong. As of today, Sidney Butts Road is still not completed. I have TNR'd my 9th cat, which puts me at $3,500 approximately out of my own pocket. What is Baldwin County doing for the TNR program? You guys are spending millions of dollars on a dang golf course that not everybody's gonna play. When are y'all gonna start addressing the concerns of Baldwin County? You guys own over 101 properties. I checked QNet when I was doing my research on Fraserwood Drive. If we're not real estate agents, then why, Mr. Hall, do we have that 101 properties under Baldwin County? I say again, people of Baldwin County, constituents, if you are not happy with the direction this county is going, District 3, 4, and 5 are up for election this year. Please help us save this county from these people. Stop the rubber stamping, stop the lack of transparency, stop the lies that is going on. I do not understand how you guys can continue doing this county the way you guys are doing. Y'all are not serving the constituents, y'all are serving yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Liggins. Before I call you up, Mr. Hager, when you come up and speak to the podium, I would request that you all your language go toward the chair and do not call any of the commissioners by their name or on the board. I would gracefully ask you to do that. Respect the commissioners up here as we should respect you all the same way. And I appreciate you all coming up speaking to me. That's no problem speaking to me. But if you would direct all your messages to the chair, and not to the personnel or to the commissioners up here. With that being said, Mr. Hayward, you're next. Mr. Barry Hayward, you're next.
All right, again, Barry Hayes, 501 East Walton Street. Commissioner, Chairman Butts, I'm here again about 2026 transportation for the rec track team. I already have the schedule for our 2026 track season. We will be needing transportation. Last year when we had the bus, worked out perfect. Kids that I get from Riverbend, Body Project Manor, all they had to do, get a ride, get on the bus, go to compete. Y'all need to see this. I have.
Do you have an extra one?
Yes, yes.
Can you email it to me?
Yes, sir. I email it to you, anybody need it, but I would like for y'all to start looking into it. Our first, competition is March 14th in Warner Robins. Most of these, dates are concrete, but they can kind of vary and change. But I will email it to you, but I would like someone to look into transportation for the recreation track program. And also, I'm here, I spoke with Mr. Tobar about several months, maybe 3-4 months ago, and I think I spoke to you all, I can't recall, but I had purchased some banners that go up for kids' achievement over the years, if they was state runner-up, state champion, and they was hanging in the Baldwin County Recreation Gym. And when they remodeled the gym, our director took them down. And when our director took them down, that gym been remodeled probably 8 years. I've been asking her 8 years. I hadn't asked her this year. I talked with her last year for the last conversation, and when we had a conversation, she turned around and changed words on me. So I don't really speak with her on too much unless it's someone present, because she changed
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
conversation on me.
Yes, sir. Again, will you please direct your
I got you.
comments to the chair, not to employees?
Yes, sir.
Or other commissioners.
And then these are the banners that I purchased, spent over $3,000 right over here on Garrett Way. And they was hanging in the gym. If anybody walk in the gym, you'll see the accomplishment, what they done and this and that. But they're stowed in the room at the rec department. And can this board look into this? I paid over $3,000 for these banners, and I've been asking for 8 years about the banners going back up. And I go to Sandusville, any gym, everybody got their accomplishment up as far as what they done did over the years. Even they got some gym have NFL players up, WNBA players up. So if y'all can look into this, and I'll be more than appreciative to it, this and transportation.
Okay, Mr. Tobar, would you research that and get the answer to me so I can refer your response back to him?
All right,
Mr.
thank you.
Hayes. That's it for the public speaking. Public comments are entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Oh, I'm sorry, you so far down there, my bad. Mr. Marguerite Liggin. I got you. I don't know how I could have missed you.
Maurice Liggins, 127 Sydney Butts Road. First off, if you could, Mr. Chair, I just have a question. When it comes to writing checks from the county department, if you could just email me how that process works, who signed the check, that way I can have for my knowledge. Secondly, we just spent money to improve that golf course so people can go play. Mr. Hayward, I'm sorry, there should not be request and begging for transportation for our youth to go show their skills all around the country. So if we can do that for the golf people, let's get them a bus so they can vroom vroom and go from start to finish and bring home some more banners so we can put up on that gym. Oh, while I'm on that gym, them bathrooms on the inside. I've been in third world countries. I've been deployed, and I've seen bathrooms look better than that. So while we making everything at the park look good, let's just take a look at those bathrooms. I will be taking pictures too, so we can get get that taken care of. And last but not least, it saddened my heart to what I heard today, that a Black History presentation could be torture. Now, I asked at the last meeting, before the new year even rolled in, that everybody, please leave your unconscious biases at home. We're people, all right? Black, white, brown, purple, red, green, wherever you come from, all right? No people besides the Native Americans were native to this land. So we all are not from here. But here's the kicker to this, all right? People that look like me, people that got the same color as me. We didn't come here voluntarily. We were brought over here in chains, shackles, put up on a boat. And for 400 years, we worked for free. And then after we got done fighting that, we had to go in the sharecropper realm, which means you had to work for your place to live. Now, that's a part of Black history, which is pretty much, as you look around, it's trying to be erased. But if somebody want to get up here and talk for 3 hours and 3 days, Black History Month is only 28 days. That's the shortest day of the month. If we can't stomach that, then we got a problem. We're proud. We're proud. I want people to yell to the top, yell to Jesus come back. That we Black and we proud. But other heritages have their months too. But we got the shortest month. We got the shortest one. We came here involuntarily. We suffered the hardest. Not saying nobody else don't suffer, but it is history. You can't take that away from us. Some people have had 2, 3 steps ahead of us. We had to work hard to get to where we at. So if somebody want to come talk in a public building to where the community done paid tax dollars for, and they own the presentation on the agenda, if you ain't setting no limits, let them talk. But to call it torture,
Thank you. Before I entertain a motion to go into executive session, I want to speak on this subject that y'all brought up. We're in the process of getting ready to celebrate 250 years of America this year. I remember as a young kid, 9 years old, celebrating the 200. I'm probably not going to see the 300 year. So I'm going to try to make this thing. So what I'm saying is, we celebrate for every race included in the United States in 250 years. I'm Black. What are some of the people in the room that don't understand that? So, and I get it, but I also understand that it's whites in the room. I understand that it's Native Americans in the room. That Baldwin County consists of a conglomerate of all kind of people. And I want it to be a place for everybody to have a chance. And I look forward to any citizen coming in here celebrating the 250 year anniversary with us, speaking on whatever their heritage is and what their heritage is. I have no problem with it. It's not torture to hear from you. I love learning other people's cultures, learning other people's history as I traveled all over the world and seeing that. Nothing would never be torture to me for you to tell your story of how you came a part of America. With that being said, I yield my time. And I would entertain, if anybody else don't have anything to say, I would entertain a motion for executive session.
Mr. Chairman, my interpretation of that email, number one, I felt like it was a candid email that might have been written differently if it was going to be known to be sent out in public. But my interpretation was not the subject matter was torture. It's the length of these meetings. You know, if we get 10 public comments, a 45-minute presentation, and then executive session, it's torture to go that long. So I feel like it might be taken out of context that the subject matter is torture. That's not how I interpreted the email I saw. I interpreted the length of these meetings. So,
No, you would not understand that, Commissioner Little.
why wouldn't I understand it?
Because you're not Black, you
What-
never been, and you never will be.
So I wouldn't understand the length of the meeting?
You wouldn't know.
Is what I heard reference to there? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm speaking. Well, Mr. Chairman, I mean,
Go ahead and say what you got to say, Scott. Oh, Commissioner Little.
you know, I think for me to express how I interpret the email that was sent and put it into the context under which I believe it was intended was about the length of the meeting, not about the subject matter or the color of anybody's skin.
This is my, Mr. Chairman, Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
This is my 5th term, mine's and Mr. Hall's 5th term on this commissioner. And even before that, until 2025, we've never had meetings as long as we've had them. Until 2025. So you didn't complain then about
I'm
the
not,
long
I'm not
meetings?
complaining now. I'm speaking to the spirit of the email and what I interpreted being said.
And also
I'm
you
not,
have to.
I'm not complaining about the length of the meeting.
Once something is emailed or text, it's public record.
Do any other commission have anything to say? I will entertain a motion to go into executive
So
session.
move,
So
Mr.
moved.
Chairman.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are now in executive session.
Somebody please go to those seats. We need to get these people out of here. You did great. Thank you so much. I ain't gonna give up. You did great.
Yeah, so some of the comments.